not gonna be on here too long because I'm gonna need my GPS as always. But as I was riding, I was sitting here and I was thinking about a couple things. As always, I'm always thinking. And part of what I was thinking about, well, one, I had a conversation earlier today, on the podcast, the morning podcast, and we were talking about, well, yesterday we were talking about the fear of missing out, right? FOMO, the fear of missing out. And today, the question, the title of the room was, what if it was almost this, I don't know the exact question. So it's almost the piece where people are like, what if this happens? What if that happens? So what if, it's better than you expected? That was kind of like the question. What if it's better than you expected? And this could be, concerning anything in life or whatever have you. It was just a part of my thought process of a couple of different things. And I'm saying all that to say this piece here. I posed like all these questions within the chat or within the group, and we were having this discussion, and I was just letting them know, like, we have all these fears that come up for us. The fear that we're not good enough, the fear that we're not going to make it, the fear that, I don't want to be alone, the fear of saying yes, the fear of saying no, all of these different variations come up. But at the end of the day, and one of the other questions that I kind of pose is, what is something that happened to you where you just completely failed, and it just sucked. You took a leap out of faith, you gave it your all, you did everything you could do, and you just failed. And as the people were explaining and responding to that question, the main thing that came about and what I wanted us to discover is that even within failure is not the end all. Failure provides a opportunity for learning. It provides a opportunity for growth. And the second part of the question, what if you take a win, or explain a time where you gave it your all and you succeeded, you won, you went above and beyond. And we explained that a lot of people who commented or who chimed in on that discussion realized that they took this leap of faith. They did these things that they thought that they could not do, and they were so successful. And not only were they successful to themselves and found this confirmation of, I can do this, but they also had this push from other individuals who wanted them to exceed even more, or who found belief in them. Like, I believe that I could do it. I did it. And not only do I have this firm belief in myself that I can now take as a push to redirect myself into confidence, and to have confidence within myself, but also other people have confidence within me. And it's something special when, people start to believe in you and then start to cheer you on along the way. And so it was a great conversation, great discussion. And one of the things that I started to think about as I was driving is this, I think it was Isaiah 45, if I'm not mistaken, in the Bible, where God was speaking, and he's like, I create the good and the bad, like I create pain, pleasure and pain. It don't say it like that. I'm remixing it. Look, this is not verbatim. This is just the interpretation. But go read it. But he was just saying, like, I create the good things and the bad things. I cause calamity. I cause destruction. And I think that in this world that we're living in right now, people feel as though they only want the good, and the good, if it's not good, then it's not great. And there's so many things, onto that. But people are trying so hard to avoid failure, and failure, if you're going to avoid failure, that means you're also avoiding opportunity. And so that's, I guess, a part of the message that I want to bring to you and to myself, is that in order for us to take full advantage of the opportunity, failure has to be a part of it. And without failure, there's no such thing as success. And I used to tell that to my students all the time, that you have to fail in order to learn, and it's a part of the learning process. And be okay with failing and trying over and over again, because it's not that practice makes perfect, but It does. People are always saying like perfect doesn't exist. In the sense that we want perfect to be, it doesn't exist. But in the sense of perfect or perfection, as its etymology is meaning that it is complete. Long as you complete a thing, it is perfect. It is done. And that's the thing that we have to make sure that we're not getting hooked on, as this idea that things are going to be left incomplete. No, complete it. Complete whatever to the best of your ability. And as you progress as an individual, as you learn to do work better, everything else is going to evolve as well. It's going to be good. And I think, oh, just now, like what I was just thinking about is, in the beginning, God created the world, right? It said God spoke, and he said, let there be light, and if there was light, and it was good. He spoke, and there was a completion after he spoke, and it was good. No matter what it was, the completion of that thing lets us know that it is done, and it is well, it is good. And we have to get out of our own ways of not speaking and not being in our own completion and our own perfection and our own attempt. The attempt of the thing, the action, is what's going to bring us closer to who we actually have to be and need to be and desire to be. And like I was saying earlier today, one of the things that I brought up into the conversation is that we have a lot of fears because we're taking on other people's perception and others ideas of what reality is, and we don't want to let those things go because we become comfortable, because we first off, we had to conform to their ideas and their identity, and then we become comfortable in it because we want to keep them close. And at the end of the day, we have to be willing and okay and ready to let those versions of ourselves go, because that is not the best version of ourselves. And sometimes, and that's not us, right? And learning the difference between thoughts that we hear that belong to others that have been constructing, these parts of our lives, versus what is truly us and what is truly a part of our existence, or where we should be going. Because a lot of times, and a lot of people, you can see this across the board, where people give up on their hopes and dreams. You're told from a young child that anything is possible and that you should, dream big. And then somewhere along the way, they tell you stop dreaming, stop believing, and there becomes this detachment from what is truly the dreams and the ideas that's within us, which is why I think they have that old saying as well, that ignorant is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. Is because when you're ignorant of the success or the failure of a thing, then you're more likely and more willing to engage in whatever that activity may be, because your ignorance of any I don't even know the word that I'm trying to look for, like the response to it, right? Your ignorance of, let's just say, the failure of it. If you don't think that you can fail, and you're ignorant to that piece of it, you're going to be blissfully happy in trying whatever it is, and whatever it takes, so that you can get to your next level or your greatest level. And a lot of people will tell you, oh, well, more power to you, or oh, you're better than me, or oh, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, all of it is true. Look, yeah, more power to you. And yeah, you are better than them, because you're now in a position where you can absolutely be who you need to be who you desire to be, and be happy. I think when you are struggling, no matter what the struggle is, when you are struggling, it's better for you to struggle and it be something that you really want, and you be really determined about it, and hit those potholes or whatever along the way. When you're fighting through, you're fighting for what you truly want, and so it's worth the fight, versus you fighting and you're still not, at the end of the day, whether it comes true or whether you get that what you were chasing after or whatever, it's not really what you want. So Yeah, I'm not gonna stay on here long. I said that before I got started. I'm hitting a good 10-minute marker, so I think that's a good place to start. But at the end of the day, go after what you truly want. Know that you're gonna have, bad days, low days, whatever it may be. Understand that it's a part of the journey, that both the good and the bad, the highs and the lows, are what is going to build who you really are. The journey is so much greater than the destination. And when I say that, it's you're in the journey much longer. You need to just, you don't need to do anything, but I recommend enjoy the journey. Enjoy the time that it takes to get to the area that you want to be in, the destination that you're desiring. Because why do it if you're not going to? And all that other stuff, all the pain, the hurt, it'll all be worth it in the end if you're chasing after, or you're seeking, or becoming who it is that you truly want. All right, y'all. Well, again, it was your girl Jamika. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe up to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, click the button up top. Like this video, share this video out. Comment, like, are y'all living y'all best life? Are you enjoying the journey that you're on? Like, comment, and let's just chat about it. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.